Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the brand new Nike FC247 Gato 2 indoor soccer shoes. Now keep in mind that this is the first takedown model in the indoor specific Gato line from Nike, and it retails for $75 US, which is only $25 less than the top-end Lunar Gato 2, which retails at $100. So you're probably asking yourselves, what are you losing with that $25 drop-off in price? And the answer to that question, from what I can tell right away, is not that much. Of course, the upper is not made from goat leather like you're going to find on the top-end Lunar Gato. Instead, it's made from a full-grain leather material. But in all honesty, the quality is not as good, but it's very, very close. It's still a very soft, natural, very kind of comfortable feeling leather. It has a decent thickness to it, and you have the same amount of leather on the boot. Spans from right about here on the outside of the forefoot, wraps all the way around the toe box area, and then cuts off pretty much at the back of the heel all the way on the instep. So the entire inside of your shoe, as you can see, is made from a nice soft leather material. The tongue, just like on the Lunar Gato, is made from a padded mesh, and you can see on the outside, as opposed to being hyperfused, it's a combination of kind of synthetic plastics and open mesh materials. It essentially is hyperfused, it's just a little bit thicker and a little bit more padded. Other than that, the upper, like I said, is constructed very, very similarly, just using slightly different materials. In all honesty, the overall feel of the shoe is going to be very, very similar between the top end model and the lower end version. You can actually pick up this shoe for $75, even a little bit less, through the buy it now link down below in the description with the right coupon code. So go ahead and check that out if that does interest you at all. As far as the colorway goes, just to quickly touch on this, this is one of the newer colorways for the Gato 2. It is listed as dusty gray, and it may appear to be white online. I'm not sure how it's going to look in this video, but it's very similar to the light bone color that we saw recently released for the Nike Tiempo line. It's kind of like an off-white where it has a slightly grayish tinge to it. I would describe it as the color of an elephant, more or less. So it's kind of a unique color. It's not going to look all that dirty too quickly if you were worried about getting a white shoe. But for the most part, I think it accents really well with the hero blue and black on the rest of the upper. You do have an internal plastic heel counter right there, which is always nice. Your Gato branding there at the back. The heel is lined in like a very nice mesh material. There's a decent amount of padding. The insole is not removable on this particular version, which is another kind of step down from the top end Lunar Gato, where you will get a removable insole. And of course, it doesn't feature the Lunar in the name. Instead, it's just the Gato 2. So the midsole is not made from Lunar Lawn. Instead, it is a Phylon foam from Nike, which is arguably just as good as Lunar Lawn. It's just not quite as soft feeling, but it still is very, very responsive, and you should get a decent amount of cushioning out of the Gato series in general in comparison to any other indoor soccer line that I've personally ever worn. Now, in terms of the outsole itself, as you guys can see, it is predominantly a gum rubber material. You have this kind of dot pattern going all the way through, and then what is essentially a take on herringbone at the back of the heel as well as at the base of the forefoot and toe area. So for the most part, I would expect the traction to be very, very good on indoor court surfaces, and even if you want to play on the road or on concrete or something like that, I can't see this wearing away all that quickly. So for the most part, as long as you're on a flat surface, this should perform very, very well in terms of durability as well as traction. So that's pretty much it as far as the technical specifications for the shoe itself. And move on next to a quick weigh-in so you can see how lightweight these guys are. Considering that this isn't necessarily an ultra low profile indoor soccer shoe, they're actually pretty lightweight. So I'm going to throw the Gato 2 on the scale for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9.5 US. Going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that these guys weigh in at 8.3 ounces, which, like I said, is relatively lightweight for an indoor soccer shoe in general, not to mention one that features a predominantly leather upper. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of this video. And move on next to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and what the sizing is like. Alright, here is a look at the Nike Gato 2s on feet, and I have to say that these are extremely comfortable. In terms of what the major difference is going to be between the Gato 2 and the top-end Lunar Gato 2, is that these ones just don't feel quite as cushioned as the top-end Lunar Gato, but for the most part, like I said, they still feel very well cushioned for this style of indoor soccer shoe. In terms of the upper itself, it feels very soft and flexible from right out of the box, even though it is a leather upper. Give it a couple hours of break-in time and I'm sure it will become even softer and even stretch and form to your feet. In terms of width, this is definitely going to be suitable for pretty much all foot types, whether you have narrow or wide feet. I have about average width feet, and you can see that the fit in the width is pretty much perfect all the way through. There is a decent amount of width through the midfoot, forefoot, and toe box on this particular shoe. In terms of sizing, I'm wearing a size 9.5 US as opposed to my usual size 9, and that's just because the Gato series in general runs a half size small. I wore a 9.5 in the top end Lunar Gato, so I went with a 9.5 in the regular Gato as well, and the fit is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair for yourself, I would strongly recommend going a half size up. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing plus on-feet video of the Nike Gato 2 indoor soccer shoes. Again, if you are looking for a great pair of leather soccer shoes that are going to provide some decent cushioning on hard indoor court surfaces, or even for outdoor concrete surfaces, this is definitely something to take a look at because it is fairly affordable and the quality definitely seems to be there. In terms of the review, it should be going up in the next month or so once I've gotten a chance to wear these guys and see how they actually do perform. But in the meantime, if you guys do want to check out the review page on my website, not only will you find the high quality images of this exact pair here, just to give you a better idea as to how it actually does look in person, but you'll also find buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes with all of the available colorways. So be sure to go ahead and check that out. If you guys have any questions regarding this particular shoe, feel free to leave a comment down below. And also leave a comment. Let me know if you guys would like to see more indoors and turfs featured on my channel. It's not something that I do all that often, but if there's enough interest for it, I definitely will bring in more indoors. If you did enjoy today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information down below in the description. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.